Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on my super easy go-to makeup look. I always like my makeup to look super natural, like it's my skin but just a little better. So I don't do the most, but if you're looking for somebody who's super professional and really knows how to do their makeup, it's probably not me. But with that being said, if this looks good to you, let's get on to the video. For my primer, I'm using the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer. And I got this as a sample from Sephora. And I always try to use my samples because why let them go to waste? I do like this primer though. It is moisturizing. Although I have oily skin, it doesn't leave my skin looking oily. And it kind of has this mattifying effect to it for me. So I do like it. Um, before moving on before moving on to anything else, I'm also gonna do my brows. I love doing my brows before doing my makeup, so that's just something I do. I use the Sephora collection brow liner, and this is the color Ebony, number 11. I really like this brow pencil because it's super thin the end, so I feel like it really gets in there for me to create those fine lines. For me to do my brows, I like to line the bottom first and then usually either line the top or just fill the inside of my brows in. And honestly, if there's one thing I can do, I think it's my brows. I will make my brows look super nice, super natural, as if all the hairs in there or all the lines in there are actual hairs that's growing. But that is not always the case. And honestly, I think even if you don't get the Sephora collection brow pencil, if you're someone who like your brows to look natural, like the lines are coming from your skin, I always recommend a brow pencil that has a super fine tip. Like that is the key. And always start with a line at the bottom so you can kind of connect the brow and then start filling in inside of your brows. That's usually what I do when, and I wouldn't say it takes a long time, honestly. I could probably do this in 5 minutes or less for both of my brows. And honestly, I could probably do it in even 3 minutes if I really wanted to. And usually I'll just take my hand and wipe any excess makeup that's on my brows. But you can see from the up close look that I just showed you, that looks natural. Next, I'm gonna go with my NYX the brow glue in the color dark brown. I also love adding this right after because it sleeks your brows down and it will make it last the whole day. And also sometimes if I don't have time to do my brows with a pencil, I'll just use that, and honestly it works just fine. My sister likes the clear one, but I also like the one with the color. I haven't used the clear one yet, but this works just fine for me. I feel like it makes my brows look super natural while holding it up. I just love it, honestly. I used to use the, I think, Anastasia one or the Benefit one. And while it's good, this one is so much cheaper. I think this one is less than $10 at Target or Amazon. I will leave the links in the description below, but you can see the up close view. I love the way this looks. Okay, for my foundation, I'm going with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I will use the concealer after this though, and the color I use is 13 Chestnut, and I think this is a perfect match to my skin. I'm also trying to get one that's darker because someone said if you use a foundation that's darker than your skin and then all your other products, it'll make your makeup look so much better. But anyways, the key to this is just patting your makeup on your skin rather than like going in a circular motion or just rubbing it in any form. I really just like to pat on my skin until it's completely blended in. It's almost like I'm trying to sink the foundation into my skin rather than rubbing it to cover my skin. I feel like that's the best way I get my foundation to look super natural. Also, at this moment, it looks a little yellow, but my lighting was just not working well. Eventually, I correct the lighting and you can see much better how the makeup looks on my skin. But you can still see that it's super close to my skin, so it is the same color, just that the lighting was a little wonky that day. But yeah, I'm just patting in until it's completely blended, and I put this all over my face. I try not to add foundation on my forehead, but just use the excess that's left on the brush on my forehead because I don't like my forehead looking too cakey. For concealer, I'm going with the Rare Beauty concealer, and this is in the number 460W. I love this concealer because it is literally the same skin color as my skin. And that's another key to having your makeup look like your skin but better. Most of the product, if not all of them, most of your products should look like your skin. In my opinion, though, you guys, in my opinion, I am not a professional. I did not take makeup classes. I just do what I think works for me, and this works very well for me. I really love having concealers that matches my skin color to the T because it's like your skin but without the flaws that usually comes with it. But of course after that you do have to add some light. So for my lighter foundation or my lighter concealer, I'm using the Maybelline New York concealer Fit Me one, and I've been using this for forever, since high school, so it's been like probably 10 years. And I'm just going to pat this in with one of those little brush padding things. I got this like 100 on Shein for maybe $2 or $3. But yeah, so I'm just gonna add some concealer to brighten that under eye just a bit. But I don't like to add too much because again, we're trying to keep things natural. We're trying to keep it very cutesy, very demure. We're trying to make people think that this is just how we woke up, because I could wake up like this. You never know. Okay, now we have to add more colors, more light, and more dimension. And so I'm adding a bronzer, and this is the Juvia's Place Bronzy and Deep Dark. I usually use that top color right there, and I'll use it around my forehead, as a contour, and as well underneath my chin or like my jawline. Yeah, the places you see me applying it right now, almost kind of in that three motion. So around your forehead, your cheeks, and by your jawline, essentially any place that you kind of want to look sunk in a way is the best way I could describe it. Any place that you kind of want, I don't want to say hide because that's not exactly what we're doing, but yeah, kind of. If you want to hide something, you want to make it look just a little darker so that way it's not too prominent, but the places around it are prominent. That way, if you put it right underneath your cheeks, the top part will be the one that pops, so that way you look like you're very cheeky, like you're like Naomi Campbell or something like that. um so yeah, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in. We always want to blend and blend. We don't want any harsh lines. But honestly, I do my makeup so natural looking that I hardly get any harsh lines. I think also if you're someone who's into makeup but you're not so into it that you can do the most, having a natural look is probably the best thing to do. Like I could wear this makeup to work, I could wear it anywhere I wanted. So that's usually what I do. Next, I'm going to take that same bronzer and add it on my eyelids. I'm not going to do any eye makeup look, but I always do this. I always take my bronzer and add it to my eyelid. That way it adds more depth and dimension to your eyelids rather than leaving your face a blank canvas. Like that's important to do. You need to add colors, add dimensions, because once you put foundation in, you're kind of like a blank canvas, but you want to add dimensions. You want to make your face look alive. You can't just leave it blank like this. So it's important. For blush, I'm using this e.l.f. liquid blush, and this is the orange one. I don't know the color, but it is the camo liquid blush from e.l.f. This is orange, so you can't miss it, but I'm not seeing the color right now. I like this blush. It's a blush. It does what it does. It adds color. It's pretty pigmented. So when I say it's a blush, I'm not saying it's not special, but it's just, it's a blush. It does what it's supposed to do. And especially as a black girl, I see the color. I feel like that's something sometimes I'm afraid when I get a blush that the color won't show on my skin because it's not pigmented enough. But I don't think that's an issue with liquid blushes lately, or maybe they're just getting better because we have to talk about it. But yeah, I also like to add some on my nose just to again add some colors. Right now I'm looking a little like a clown, but clowns make people happy, so just go with it. Just go with it. I don't know what that means, but anyways, again just going to keep blending that in, patting and patting until it almost again just sinks into my skin. As you can see, I'm looking super warm, super glowy. I'm really loving it. I don't know what song I'm singing, but I'm always listening to music when I'm doing my makeup. So now I'm going back in with that same Rare Beauty concealer because again it matches my skin. So if I see any mistakes, or if I see that the blush went too far up than I would like, I'm just going to add the concealer there just to kind of clean that up. And that's another thing with makeup or anything in life. Honestly, don't be afraid to make mistakes and start over. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just go with the flow, clean up where you can. I'm going with that bronzer around my nose again just to add some colors and dimension, but I don't do the most because I'm not really trying to contour my nose. So for my setting powder, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty medium setting powder. Okay, that's the color medium. I'm going to take this, put it in the lid, and then take my brush, and I learned this from the lady at at Sephora. Take my brush and then just kind of like tap the tip of my brush where I would hold it, so that way the powder sinks in, and then I will just like lightly put that over my skin. I'm not doing any baking. I'm not doing anything where I'm letting the powder stay for too long, because again, if you're going for that kind of skin like makeup look, you don't want makeup to be staying too long. You don't want, you just don't want to be doing the most in a way. So I'm always wiping my makeup off because for some reason it always gets on my lips. I always do that before I apply my lip products. Then I'm just going with my Aquaphor lip balm. I'm always using an Aquaphor lip balm. And then I'm going to be using my lip liner, my trusty lip liner. And that's the NYX Makeup Lip Pencil in color Espresso. That's me, Espresso. And yeah, this is my favorite lip pencil. I'm trying to get into a different one just to have options, but this does a job for now. I feel like it could be a little creamier. Sometimes I feel like I'm like sliding a knife across my lips, but that's probably because it's not sharpened right. So that's more my fault than the product really, so I don't know why I'm complaining. And the lip gloss I'm using is the NYX Rocky Road, and I love this for the fall. It's kind of a dark brownish red, so kind of like a burgundy lip gloss, and I just feel like it does it for me, like I don't do the most. I'm just going to apply that on my lips after the lip liner, and I think it just gives the perfect lip gloss fall warm makeup vibes. Those were a lot of words that don't really even connect well together, but it's whatever. So for my setting spray, I'm using the e.l.f. skin setting spray. This is also an SPF, so it doubles as sunscreen. And then for my mascara, I am needlessly using the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. And you guys, I've been getting false lashes or extensions for the past year, and my lashes are broken off. So you see all that I'm doing just to have my 5 pieces of lashes show up. It is hard work for a girl out there. But at the end of the day, this is the look. This is the makeup look. I really enjoyed it. I was really feeling myself. I did this makeup look multiple times. So yeah, it looks cute. It looks natural. It looks like I woke up like this, but I added some colors to my lips. But nope, I did a whole 20-minute video thing, or a whole 20-minute session just to look almost natural. And that's just the way I like it. So if you like it too, I love that for you. And if you don't, well, you can go find someone else's video, because honestly, that's what I would do. So yeah, I hope you girlies are having a great day, great night. If you did enjoy this video, like it, subscribe, because I don't know, we could have fun on this channel. Okay, laters, bye.